everybody. Thank you for joining me on the I Am Maggie Love channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here with me. I am Maggie Love, and I am working right now on reading The Magic of Everyday Life with Maria Szepes. We are doing a few different things, but right now I'm just kind of working through this. We are in chapter 14, The Magic of Everyday Life, The Secret of Popularity. We are slow crawling through it to see what pearls, tools, things might be helpful along our path and our journey so that we can upgrade and we can help others upgrade too. So when you do get a chance, please hit subscribe and like, and I would love to hear your positive comments. I'm working towards my first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So if you would please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your positive comments. I really appreciate you. All right, so we're going to be wrapping up chapter 14, and we are just steadily moving through this book. So many good points in this book. Even if you are really advanced, there's things that might reawaken in you, tools you forgot, or tools that you just haven't heard for a while, or you just never know how the transmission will come through or how you'll be affected. When you do get a chance though, I would love to hear in the comments what kind of things you're working on and how this work might have helped you. Okay, here we go. Beyond obsessive ego monologuing and passive helplessness, listening, there is a third form of behavior which is the most successful: active and conscious identification fueled by compassion. So active conscious identification fueled by compassion. This heals both the person executing it and the one to whom it is directed. The inspiration for this kind of expression is love, daughter of the great recognition. She has that in quotes. The inspiration for this kind of expression is love, daughter of the great recognition. The soul is filled to the brim with the conviction that they must help because the other's matter is equally important to their own. Their higher interests are entirely the same. Such compassion is filled completely with the love and joy of being able to serve. And love and joy are in that higher frequencies, on the scale of consciousness. The other thing too is we talk a lot about here, a lot of us are providers of some sort, energy healers, we're givers by nature's healers. And remember, I want you to keep working on your self-care. Make sure that glass is full and that you're taking care and you're giving from a full place. Because a lot of times, a lot of us will run around and give and help others and not take care of ourselves and not have our own strong boundaries. So that is, part of the paradox. That's part of the spectrum. These words, of course, are frail shadows until we plug the current of experience into them. Let us evoke one more, the image of the personality caught up in themselves, whose emotional tentacles dangle in the void without contact. Yeah, wow, that's it. Just think about that. So just get that image, the image of the personality caught up in themselves, whose emotional tentacles dangle in the void without contact. So they're just out there, but there's nobody reaching back, there's no contact. Imagine that in the nightmare of this hopeless anxiety, a gentle touch suddenly awakens them. Bring. Someone leans towards them, calls them by name, looks back at them, asks and answers, believes and understands the pain they feel. Their good intentions, their nostalgia for the good and the luminous are acknowledged. Oh, that is so beautiful. Let's read that again. So let's say, we got the person consuming themselves with their tentacles out and no contact, right? And then she talks about the antidote. Imagine that in the nightmare of this helpless anxiety, so a gentle touch suddenly awakens them. Bing. someone and leans towards them, calls them by name, looks back at them, asks and answers, believes and understands the pain they feel, their good intentions, their nostalgia for the good, and the luminous are acknowledged. So it's like a spark to make more higher order values to come forward, better experiences. Their weaknesses are known and forgiven without making excuses for them, and they are healed. That's major, right? A lot of people, there's this concept around sin where it's very, very oppressive, and it's like nothing that you can ever do can make you good enough. And the beautiful thing about God, Jesus, the universe, is that we have grace through Jesus. We have grace through the universe. So it's nothing we could ever really do would ever meet the mark. We don't want to do things from that covert and overt place. We want to do it from a pure place. And what's very beautiful is when someone's weaknesses are known and forgiven without making excuses. But I'm not talking about, there needs to be a genuine repentance of sort, or knowing this. But then you don't have to put somebody, just continue to put them down or use that card every time you're upset with them or something like that. It's neat because they don't have to make excuses for it. It is what it is. And through that process, they're healed. They are no longer alone. Friends, siblings, a doctor have allied themselves with them. That's very important, that interconnected field. So we work on ourselves apart and together, right? There's work that's done alone, so to speak, while you're still connected to the interconnected field, and then when we're together. And a lot of times, quite honestly, some people like to be alone, and it's very difficult to go into groups and still hold the presence of God, the universe, the spirit of God. And then for some people, it's very hard to come out of the group and go and be alone and hold the presence of God, the universe, the spirit of God, And so it's interesting because life is this interwoven blanket of opportunities to work on both sides of that. So it's so nice when somebody is able to ally themselves with someone who is compassionate, who is, not in a codependent way, but in a strong way that's holding the field. For as long as they are present, a light shines, and hope wells up that everything will turn out all right. Because behind the frightening appearances, a secret pacifying reason lies hidden. Without doubt, the precondition for popularity of this highest and most invincible order requires conduct of such nature to higher order values. And this kind of popularity exudes from the pores of a person, even if they do not speak a word. That's right, you can feel them when they enter a room. You can even feel them before they enter a room. Sometimes they just come in your zip code and you know something good is there. Someone good is there. They do not force things. They do not offer or advertise themselves. People step up to them and unexpectedly confess. They expose their wounds and the maladies that they are ashamed of and their secret sins. They place themselves at their mercy in their demonic, pathetic, and hopeless impotence. So finding somebody with these higher level order values, and for somebody to come from a place of their sin, missing the mark, or their wounds, so important, that so that person can lay down their wounds to pick up their health, to lay down, to walk out the shadow, to step into the light. There are many patients and few physicians. That's why you matter, you're needed. This work is not just, when you do the work, you are helping upgrade humanity. But when you do the work and then you also pay it forward through your service to others, giving your gifts and, living your best life, you are now also helping, you are the physician to many patients. According to the definition we have articulated, the popular person is a healer in disguise. So did you get that? According to our definition that we've articulated, a popular person is a healer in disguise. And I know this about many of you. You are healers through and through. And some of you are disguised in some of the most amazing professions and just life practices. Your moms, your dads, your grandmas and grandpas, your lawyers, your doctors, your plumbers, your construction workers, your heavy machinery operators, your nurses, your medics. I mean, we could go on, but you are the magic of everyday life. And I hope the more that we're getting through this, she's saying that popularity, it's not worldly popularity. It is these higher order values type of personality, popularity. Like, it's a healthy popularity. And it's a place where people want to come and be around because you are a healing force for good. So I hope you are seeing more and more that you are magic and you have the magic of everyday life within you, and it's all around you. I hope as you look through life, you see it in every macaroon, in every gelato, in every bird, in every cloud. The magic of everyday life is all around us. I want to thank you for taking the time with joining me, and I am just knowing you are wonderful. Don't let the 3D, don't let life train you into like what is not. Hold your imagination, see your life upgrading, see your best life coming forward, see your best self coming forward, see your purpose being revealed, or see your purpose unfolding, see your gifts of service. Just know that you matter, and what you do not only affects you, but all of humanity, and I thank you. All right, when you do get a chance, please hit subscribe and like, and please leave your positive comments. We are on our way to our first 1,000 subscribers, and I just appreciate you spending this time with me. And remember, peace in, peace out.